I'm Aisha Frisbee.
I'm David Frisbee.
And this is a little bit more about us. I appreciate you, babe. Mm-hmm. First, I want to say that I appreciate you for even sitting here in front of the camera because we know you hate the camera. So the first time that we met, my best friend Natalie introduced us to each other on 2 occasions, but we're not gonna go into that. So the first time we met, Natalie told me that we were going to get our nails done. Then last minute switched it up. She was like, oh, John and Dave are watching football, so we're gonna go watch football with the guys. And I was just like, are you kidding me? I had like been going through some stuff that weekend and I was like not fresh enough for this encounter. So I was like, oh my God, my first time like actually meeting this guy, and I like felt like I didn't like look my best, but I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna go and see how it is. And I walk into the bar and he has like this huge excited smile on his face because he had never seen someone so beautiful before in his entire life. Wouldn't you agree?
Sure.
Okay, what's your version?
So my version is, my plan was to just go watch football with John. Mm-hmm. Then as soon as I got there, he said, Natalie and her friend are coming to watch football with us. And I knew exactly what he meant by that.
Yeah.
And I was a little perturbed.
You were annoyed?
Annoyed. I did not enjoy being set up, but I was pleasantly surprised when you walked in. Wasn't only that you were obviously stunning, your energy was very, very big and very positive.
Aww.
I could tell when you walked in.
You were grateful that they finally set you up with somebody
who was compatible.
While we were there, our first encounter. I'm like first encounter because I did meet him several years before, but he just doesn't remember.
So it did not happen.
It did happen.
It did not.
So we're sitting there. I had like just gotten back from Paris, right? Like a few weeks from Paris with my other best friend, Brittany. So we were just talking about like travel and stuff. And I was like, are you going on any trips?
And I said that I was going to go to Portugal. I had always seen these beautiful photos from the Algarve. They have those beaches within the caves, and I was determined that's where I was going to go.
For your birthday?
For my birthday. And I was pretty much on board with just going by myself.
This is why I try to tell everybody, just be delusional, because you'll get everything you want in life by being delusional and having lofty dreams and ideas. Because I had like just met this man for probably about an hour, and as he was talking about going to Portugal, in my head, I was like, oh, I guess I'm going to Portugal next year.
Should have been a red flag.
I didn't say it to you. You ain't know that I was plotting on you. Yep. So we ended up going to Portugal in June, and it was just like the most amazing trip. Like this was because we started dating in October.
Yeah, 7 months in.
Yeah, about 7 months into the relationship, we went to Portugal. So that's a sign for ladies, don't settle, okay? Given that we went to Portugal for our first like big international trip together, that was what sparked the idea that we would get married in Portugal. And we were looking in New York, in New Jersey, in Brooklyn. We got engaged in Miami, so we even like did like a quick Google search of a few places in Miami. But like, I mean, how did you feel about the places that were stateside? Like, I didn't really.
We had a particular vibe we were looking for. I admit, finding something here was very difficult to find that vibe that was within our budget.
Yeah, no, that's real. So we ultimately ended up going with Portugal.
Yep.
Do you have any regrets about?
Zero.
Oh, we got this on camera. You have 0 regrets about
getting married in Portugal? No, 0.
Overall, the wedding overall.
Like what? You better be specific.
How much money we spent?
I do have some regrets about that.
We unintentionally, like while we were dating and like leading up to getting engaged and getting married, I feel like we unintentionally like hit a lot of like different points before making like the biggest commitments. Like we dated for a year, then we moved in together. And before we moved in together, like we had met each other's parents, and like spent time together.
It was definitely unintentional for sure. It wasn't like we have to do this time, this time. It just kind of happened naturally, which I prefer.
Yeah, I appreciate it because I feel like we really got to know each other. You know what I mean? And like we've grown together over the years.
Definitely.
Yeah, so how does it feel being in a relationship this long?
I mean, it's good. I mean, I think as long as, the relationship just moves at a steady pace, I think it's fine. I mean, I never felt rushed into anything. Nothing felt, I don't know, like I had second guess or questions about our relationship. So it's been smooth. Actually, the years have gone by very quickly.
I think one of the things that I love about our relationship is the fact that we genuinely like each other. And we enjoy each other's company.
Yeah.
Like, it's Friday night right now, and I know as soon as I turn off this camera, we about to be on this couch.
Oh yeah, we're not moving.
We're on the couch right now. Just so you know, I'm gonna turn the camera off and we just gonna lay down. I'm gonna throw a cover over me.
But yeah, I think it's also been, it's moved quickly. It's because we've actually been through quite a bit over that 7-year time. Like, I've seen you lose a job, start a new job, quit that job, start your own business. Like, that is a lot to experience within 7 years. Some people don't experience all that within 12, 20.
No, you're right.
And you've done all that in 7 years. We met, moved in, got married, honeymoon, bought a house. That's a lot that a lot of people don't experience within 7 years also. So it's just, a lot has just happened, which it feels like time is just, feels like we've just been together so long because so much has happened within that time frame.
Right. Yeah, I agree. Like, I've gone through my own like mental health journey with you, and like I've like grown in so many different ways. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like as a person, my values have also shifted. There are certain things I just want to be better. I think that's been like an underlying thing, and it may not have like hit me early on, like in the first year of our relationship, but I know that as our relationship matriculated and I noticed how much I love you and how I don't want to lose you, and not even just lose you, but I also want our relation to be deeper. I want to be better.
No, I think it goes both ways. I think I've definitely evolved quite a bit since we've been together. I think I want to say broken me out of my shell, because, I still am my own person at the end of the day. But you've opened my eyes into certain things that I may have not experienced or may not have done when I was by myself or, with someone else. So that's why I think it's definitely been a mutually beneficial experience as in terms of growth. Yeah,
and I feel like that's so important, in relationships, like where you feel like you're with somebody who y'all are just not being complacent as people. I think it goes in so many different ways. It's like in terms of like work, in terms of like being a better person in general, in terms of being like a better human being, friend, like, like just finding yourself in different ways, I think is really important.
I agree.
Yeah. We bought a house together. Well, our first house together, because you already have a house. So how was that? Like, how does that make you feel knowing that like we've done this together?
I think it speaks to what we were just talking about, the growth we've both had in our relationship and how we've gone through that together. Buying a house is never a small ordeal, at least for most. Us being able to do that, right? It's talking about us being able to grow in our relationship, grow our family, grow our wealth, if you want to look at it that way. We're doing these things together, and we're seeing the growth of our relationship starting to flourish into things that we've always wanted. I know you always talked about how you wanted to own a home, and we were able to make that happen for the both of us. You've worked your tail off these past few years and have really, you set your mind out to doing something. That's something I really appreciate about you, is that you set your mind out, you set your goal in place, like this is going to happen. And how much I may always be a little bit more risk adverse, it happens. And I've learned to kind of trust in you when we saying let's do something. There's actually a way to make it happen.
Yep. Yeah. If I tell you that I'm gonna find a way,
right.
I'll make it work.
Right, and we found a way. I mean, it worked. Things moved in our favor, and we were able to find something that we really wanted, and we're enjoying it. We love it, and this is something we get to grow our little nest egg.
Yeah, I know. And I love what you said about like growing our family because we talk about this a lot. I hate when people are like, oh, we're gonna like start a family now when they're trying to have kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas for you and I, we're already a family.
Definitely.
And Pepper's in the family too, my cat, but she be stressed. So Pepper is my cat, and David has grown to tolerate her, right?
That's a good word to use.
See?
Good word to use.
But I already look at us as a family.
We are.
You are my family through thick and thin. Seeing people who are more so competitors in their relationship, and I feel like this is like teamwork through and through.
Yeah, I think that's one of the positives of how we've kind of evolved in our relationship, learning to pick up our own little nuances in terms of how we're feeling. Like I can pick up your vibes, you can pick up my vibes, and that's something that comes with time, and also just comes with awareness, being aware of your partner and how how they go through different moods and what are the things they need when they go through these different moods.
Yeah, definitely. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh. Happy Valentine's Day, everyone. I just wanted to give y'all a little peek into our relationship and have you get to know the man that I love so much a little bit better. Babe, are we gonna see you again?
That's to be determined.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna see you again.
Maybe.
All right. Okay, cool. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.